Mr. Cele, you're very good at this. I mean, this isn't the first time I've seen you in action, and you're very good at this. You sit there with a lot of confidence. You speak your mind, which is not a bad quality, and you're knowledgeable. So you do very well at this kind of thing. But this morning you were quick to retract the fact that you'd said that you knew Matlala very well. You were quick to say, perhaps not very well. So I'd like to explore with you why you initially said very well, because you're a seasoned campaigner, you're no child, you've been around the block, and you're an experienced human being as well as an experienced in the security cluster. So why would you have said, I know him very well, when now you say you don't know him so very well?
Well, in reflection, Honorable Member, is that it could not be that a person that you know 3-4 months would know that person very well. There are quite few things that can make you know you very well. Firstly, is time. That makes you very well. Secondly, is my extra association with you. For instance, knowing your family, knowing where you live, knowing how you live, taking drinks together and all that, how if you have taken the drink, you behave and all that kind of thing. If it's only I've met you in a form of a semi-work, maybe meeting, maybe in a hotel, maybe in that particular room, then it cannot be very well. So it's on reflection and on, again, tapping on the understanding that human beings do make mistakes. But the real matter is that when you realize that that has happened, is to say, yes, I made a mistake, very well is a mistake.
Fair enough. Human beings do make mistakes. But I find it a little hard to believe that when you met him, as you say, for the first time in December, that prior to that you didn't know about him. Did you know about him without having met him?
I did explain that it would take about 2 weeks that I've known when I read the story about Tembisa and him getting the contract of the police. Before that, I didn't know him.
Nothing at all?
Not zero.
You never heard of him?
Zero.
Okay. So would it surprise you to know that he has quite a record, a criminal record? Well, not necessarily a criminal record, but a history of brushing with the police, and not in the positive sense.
With all the evidence I have read, it's about a number 18 with withdrawals, with acquittals and all that. I've seen, and that's why at one statement that I've made that I wonder how he flew below the radar for me when it comes to that situation.
Yes, well, I'm wondering the same thing. Do you have an explanation?
The crux of the matter that I didn't know about him. But Honorable Member, maybe again, without being arrogant, we'll know about many things, but there are many things that we wouldn't know about it. One person that I didn't know about it, but seems to be big in the crime world is Mlife himself. He looks big when you hear who he is. He has been in London with a fraudulent documents, arrested in London. You must be big to be arrested in London for South Africa. But I didn't know anything about him too.
Okay. And having read about Matlala's involvement at the Tembisa Hospital tender, and knowing what we know about the facts surrounding Tembisa Hospital, and you still felt comfortable staying in his flat?
You mean then or after I've had that information?
After you read it.
No, definitely. The ideas and behavior that I had then is different. Is definitely different from my attitude and my behavior towards him now.
Okay, so would you go and stay in one of his properties now?
No.
No. Okay. So he's not your friend, Finnish and Klaar?
He has never been a friend.
Oh, okay. Now, you said at the beginning of your evidence that Richard Mdluli was suspended by you. Why did you suspend him?
I can't remember whether it was charged or was being investigated for the case of murder somewhere, was it West or East Rand?
Kempton Park.
Yeah.
Upper
But
Ramagibe.
there was an issue about him. I think he was charged by then, and then you could not then have a head of crime intelligence charged and still running the crime intelligence. He had to be suspended.
Okay. Miraculously, those charges were withdrawn.
Honorable Member, I really don't know. You know, police have been suffering. Police have been suffering because your world prosecution, you have been doing things and flying below the radar. I think the suspension, if in your world, in Gauteng, is a big one.
Yes.
Is a big one.
Oh, yes, certainly. Rather late than never.
And it's not new. And it's not new. The information that is suspended about and all the kind of stuff. So you sit here, since I've been in this environment, you sit here that police, you have done the good job. I wonder what happens to the next segment. You see here in Western Cape, police were very frustrated about Tembe matter. They believe that they had a case. They were told more than many times to go dot the I's and cross the T's. They did that more than many times. And they went back and somebody said, you go and do this. So whoever was doing that today, they believe that there was a protection of somebody by the prosecution. So you sit there and the police, they come back and cry. It is underscored that one time I met the Minister of Justice and DPP. I met them. And I said, that's what police are saying. One thing they say they arrest people, special cash house people. And the IO meets these people on the road and say, hello. I say, but you were in prison. He said, no, I'm out of the... I say, what happened? They say, if you look how cash house people get bails, they get bails on the small courts most of the time, if you follow their record. What happens, they go to the main court, it's opposed and all that, you lose, you fail the bail, you are arrested. But prosecutors and the lawyers for these guys, they started together. So what they do, they move it from the main court where they did not get the bail and go to some court in some corner and don't call the IO, and it goes there unopposed and they get the bail. So it's a whole system that is giving us problem. So you say, how did I feel? Sometimes you feel numb because you know it might happen.